Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Caves of Quud and the ironic adventures of Blonq the Unkillable. So the first thing we have to remember to do is we still have to pick up the Gershling corpse because that's the thing that we need for the quest that we are on. So let's just have a quick look around here to make sure nothing else has spawned while we've been gallivanting about. And here, yes, this is where the corpse is. Having a quick look. £30 to pick it up. We've got the critter corpse and we are horrendously overburdened and we're going to have to find a bunch of things to drop. So by the looks of it, we have to find 27 pounds of items that we are happy to not carry anymore to get us back under the encumbrance limit. Hey, we could drop this 30 pound... Oh no, never mind. I don't want to drop the torches because I may end up needing them. I think some of these weapons... like for example this one. A rusted bronze two-handed sword that weighs 9 pounds is absolutely not something that I need to carry around with me. Clearly we're not going to drop any of the engraved or flaming or freezing items. I'm tempted to go with these bronze weapons because they're probably not worth as much as some of the others. 3 bronze battle axes, that'll be £5 each. 2 bronze maces, that'll be £6 each. They can go. Now we're getting close. We need another £6 of items we can drop. £4 staff. Actually, both of them, why not? That seems reasonable to me. So as I was saying before, this underground river will travel off into further depths of a cave system. Sometimes you can find really cool stuff that way. Sometimes you can find extremely terrifying things that are hard to kill that way. But at the very least, I think we're going to move around. Ooh, another Gershling. We're going to move around and try to clear a few more enemies and just round out our experience a little bit more. I just want to move back away from that dread root so that it can't hit us and we lose our autonomy. Come on, let's do this. Thank you very much. Now, clearly I don't need to pick up another one of these. Just the one will do fine. But slowly, slowly... Is that a trash pile? Can I now pick up... No, I can't because the kudzu is there, but I can do it the old-fashioned way. So this stash of lead slugs that I'm picking up will be quite handy if I get to the point where I get myself a musket or a desert rifle. Okie dokie, here we have a glow-white cultist of Agalgut. So this is one of the main sort of critters that we're looking for down here. They're not terribly difficult, but Elder Iridad is going to have something to say about this when we haul the corpse all the way back to town. Beneath the umbra of a stinking robe, flesh smears over the bones of a boy who surrenders his body to the metamorphic Newman. Ugh. Hello, Newman. This creature is equipped with a carnivorous maw and bloody claws. There's so many nice words being used here. Umbra is not something you hear every day. Newman, similarly. But flesh smears over the bones. What a beautiful verb. Hey, how about we kill it? It's a deal. Do we have freezing hands? We do. Let's start with that. And we're done. Very nice. A glow-white corpse. Doesn't appear to be anything lootable on it. But we'll continue this task. Oh, I fleed from the dread root. I don't think that's happened yet. Oh, I really don't like these spitting vines. Quite unpleasant. Come on now. Let's take out the jilted lover. I'm not getting a heap of experience for that anymore, but I just don't like them lying around in wait. Particularly if Dreadroot can make you flee and you flee directly into a jilted lover. It's not a great way to end a run. All right, get rid of these enemies first. This is what I was hoping for, a few more chests to loot. We're going to take all those star apples for food. As much as it's nice to have torches, it's not worth carrying an extra 5 pounds. And in fact, I think, yes, we are indeed overburdened. Going to have to lose ourselves another 4 pounds. What do we have here that will suit? We're certainly not getting rid of any of those artifacts. I don't want to get rid of those clothes because they're probably going to sell for a moderate amount. I think it might be down to weapons again. Let's drop one of these bronze battle axes. Was there anything else? No. More experience. I mean, enemies. So it's good to keep ourselves sort of holed up in these single file corridors so that we can't get completely surrounded by things. That's when you can find yourself getting overwhelmed really quickly. Oh, ouch, that was a bad one. Overwhelmed really quickly and of course dead really quickly as well. Nice work. I really should fix this so that you don't have to keep watching me opening and closing UI all the time. Note to self, sort that out before the next video. Nice big cave here at the end. Just a few pickups lying around on the floor, but all this ammunition is super handy because, you know, it all costs money. Better to just pick it up off the floor for free than to be continuously having to pay money for it. Oh dear, dear, dear. Moving too quickly again. Thankfully, I shield blocked the Kudzu's attempt to hit me, which may, of course, have resulted in more rusted weaponry. I'm not quite sure what stat relates to fleeing. That might be something I need to look up another time. Off the top of my head, I guess ego would make sense, but I'm not entirely sure. More Ghostling Death, more experience. Thank you. Another 90. And a little bit more Nord Watervine, which we should be able to use for food. I see. A beetle bum. A bloody beetle bum. It's like I'm reading Dr. Seuss here. Orbicular beetle that roams and ingests, equipped with massive mandibles. Now, beetle bums tend to be neutral, and they roam around, and they eat things that are on the floor, as I understand it. So I believe what this can result in is that if you were foolish enough to go, I'll just leave this item here and come and pick it up later, it may in fact end up being ingested by a beetle bum. So you may have noticed that when the creatures are friendly or neutral towards me, I can move through them without attacking them and without them blocking me. Quite a handy thing. Unfortunately, what it also means is that you can sometimes maneuver yourself into a situation where you unintentionally aggravate neutral creatures at a very imperfect moment. Ooh, look out. Bleeding, good times. And of course, if it happens at exactly the wrong time, like if it's a touch and go sort of battle, then you can end up in a position where you die simply because you had more things trying to clobber you than you first anticipated. I'm having a rough old time, a rough old time of trying to talk and play at the same time. I'm in a little bit of a hurry because I really want to just get back to town and clear this inventory and start selling some things. Hey, wow, I froze the boulder. That's awesome. 2 on 1. Not ideal. Ow. And bleeding. That's a bad call. We are going... Actually, no, probably don't need to sprint just yet. Let's think about this. I can go up through that cave. We're going to take this nice and slow. And freezing hands is up again, so let's maneuver and see if we can get both of them in a line. There we go. Perfect. No, not shoot. Freezing hands. 2 for 1. And while that one's frozen, we'll kill the first one. And then, in theory, also kill the second one. Beautiful. Good work, team. I knew we had it in us. Close your eyes while I do this. Thank you so much. Just a couple more little cave areas down here. But I'm trying to find a way to get through them without having to move adjacent to one of these pesky vines. Ooh, something's shooting at me. Where are you? There we go. Farewell. Dread roots must die. First one. And then the other. Is there anything else? I don't think that's worth it. Just not worth it. Who knows, maybe there's a chest of infinite awesome there, but I think that's enough for us. No stairs down, just the river. The underground river. Let's head back to town. Ooh, look out. Every bit of XP counts. So it's the minus button to go back up the stairs. Thankfully, some of these stairs are nice and close to each other, which should help us make a swift ascent. Now, I don't know if/when caves restock with enemies. So I'm going to move through here relatively swiftly, but I am still a little bit cautious that there may be gremlins hiding in the walls that are going to come and stab us. I think it's just one more set of stairs to go. And then I think we're going to gamble traveling back via the overworld map. But first we'll check that we have enough food, because the food penalties do tend to be a little bit steeper when you use overworld map travel. Okay. Let's cross all of our fingers and all of our toes. And hope that we don't get lost here. And Blonq the Unkillable certainly has plenty of both, with the multiple arms and multiple limbs. Multiple arms and multiple legs. So let's see if it's enough to get us there. Hooray! We did it! Where to first, I wonder? We're carrying this giant, heavy Gershling corpse. So how about we go and talk to Elder Iridad? I believe I've read this text from Iridad before, so we will just start speaking. Elder Iridad, I return from Red Rock with the corpse of a pale spiderling. Elder, would you examine it? This is troubling. It is as I feared. Gershlings. There was a rabid black-robed man among the Gershlings. A glow-white, no doubt. Those maniacal fools worship the Gersh as gods. Elder Iridad, what are the Gersh? Ancient demons as old as Quud itself. They embody the essence of the poison that is spread throughout the land. Once they crawled Quud's surface, but 1,000 years ago something drove them deep beneath the earth. Now they roost in the nethers of Qud's vastest and darkest caverns. And the Gershlings? Gershlings are spawn of the Gersh. They are twisted creatures of every ilk. The Glowwites consume their corpses in order to reshape themselves in the images of the Gersh demons. Where did the Gersh come from? They are spawn of one older still, the Gersh mother, Tlukgu. According to the wisdom of my father and his father before him, she lies sleeping somewhere within the buried temple of Mora. No one knows whence she came. Perhaps she is indeed some wretched goddess come from beyond the stars to slumber on our world. A little bit Lovecraftian here, I like it. Why were you so troubled before? Gershlings have not been sighted on the surface for centuries. I fear something nefarious is astir. Your discovery will prove invaluable to us, Wayfarer. Howbeit, we are but penurious moisture farmers. And very eloquent ones too, I must add. A little bit of editorializing there from me, sorry. Back in character. There is little we can do apart from sharpen our vine reapers. There may be others outside of Joppa, however, who are able to do more. As for your reward, take these prickly boons. I will not soon forget your service. Live and drink, friend. Live and drink, Elder Iridad. And we'll complete the quest step. Whoa! We have completed the step Return with the Critter Corpse of the quest What's Eating the Water Vine and received 750 experience. Wonderful. We're now level 6, 8 more hit points, 74 more skill points, 1 mutation point, and 1 point to each attribute. Hooray for level 6. We've completed that quest, and we receive an Uber Nostrum injector, a weird artifact, a salve injector, a salve injector, and a salve injector. It's a trifecta. I love it. Are we overburdened? No, we are not. What to do first? I think before we start leveling up, we have plenty of gear that we can use when we talk to Argive and complete the knick-knack quests. I have returned with a knick-knack. I don't know what those are, and I do know what those are. Let's go with 2 of them. Okay, we've completed the first knick-knack. I can't remember what I made Argive sound like. Let's try this. It appears you may be useful after all. Now go fetch me another trinket. If I must. We've received another quest. Fetch Argive another knick-knack. And we've finished it already because we're awesome. Argive, here is your knick-knack. Let's do that one. We receive 150 more experience points. We've completed the quest. Right. Good. Quite impressive, treasure hunter. Maybe you're fit to poke around my workshop here. I've been wanting another apprentice. So unfortunate what happened to Scref, what with the disembowelment and all. Take a seat there. All right. Now let me explain. I'm on the cusp of a grand discovery. When I'm done assembling the weird wire conduit, you'll be able to speak to anyone from here to Caiaphas. First, though, I'm going to need some copper wire. As much as you can find, at least 200 feet. You should be able to scavenge enough from the rust wells and nearby caves. Ugh, I thought this was the far-flung future. We don't have fibre to the node here? That's not one of my options. As you say, I'll go fetch the wire. Weird wire conduit. Eureka! Lovely quest name. That gets us a little bit closer to level 6, but not a ton. What to do? Do we level up first, or do we go to the trader first? Let's just level up first. So all of these stats have received +1 to them. And because of that, I don't get an attribute point to assign manually this particular time around. I've got 2 mutation points. I might keep banking them, and we'll try rolling a random mutation when we get to 4. So not a lot more to do on that screen. Let's go and have a look at our skills. Butchery, not right now. Harvestry, not right now. Shield, not right now. Wayfaring, not right now. Like doing the opposite of improv right now. I'm going no and instead of yes and. I think that the best possible thing we can have at this exact moment is to bump up our cleave. This penalty can stack a number of times up to half your strength modifier rounded up. What is our strength modifier? +1. So we can have it go to 1 right now, which is better than 0. And it's a 75% chance every time I hit with an axe. That seems like a pretty good deal to me. It's going to leave us with 70 skill points in the bank. And now we can go and see how much money we get for this giant haul that we have here. Hello, Tam. Let's trade. Okay. Good grief. This low ego with the penalty that's still in place here is really doing a number on our ability to get a lot of cool stuff. Now, I suspect what I'm going to have to do here, if I do have enough... Oh, those prices are so low. If the trade is imbalanced enough here that Tam needs to give us a bunch of water, we're going to need to make sure that we have enough gear, water skins, sorry, to carry all of the water in. I'm sure those will be useful somehow for trading, for crafting. I kind of don't want to eat them though. So let's see if there's any food I can buy. Any food? Any food at all? Doesn't look like Tam has any food. That is not good. I think I'm going to have to go out and try and kill and harvest some food as my utmost priority. I'm just going to sell all of this. Sell, 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 sell. That's a nice price for the Masterwork longsword. We'll keep those chests. We'll keep that buckler. We'll sell all the bracelets. We'll sell all the copper. And we'll buy ourselves... They hold 64 each. Right, let's see what we're going to buy first before we get too rash. A musket would be cool. How many lead slugs did we pick up after all of our roaming? 14. We have 38 arrows. We have 13 steel arrows. We have 15 shotgun shells. I don't think we need to do anything right now about getting a musket. Muskets can only hold 1 lead slug at a time. And it does have a penetration of 8, but at this stage, not really worth it. Bandages, no. Glow sphere. I wonder if that's actually worth it, so I'm not burning torches. How much does a glow sphere weigh? I'm not sure it weighs anything at all. That can't be right. Well, let's add it and find out. About 48 drams versus 137.5. I'd love to get that carbide battle axe, but not going to. Food is a super duper priority. And having some spare space to carry water. They might also be good. They might also be quite good. But let's not do it just yet. I have so many arms, I don't really know what's a good deal right now. Yes, please give me a full batch of water. And let's have a look at our hands. Hands. Elastine slippers. And we can still put gloves on those hands. So let's try that. Let's try it and see what happens. Please. Oops. I don't have 120 drams of fresh water. Well, shoot. I could sell some artifacts that I don't know what they are. I don't even know what that is. You recover 0.6 hit points per level, minimum 3 each round. At the end of the 10th round, you're purged of all short bones. We grow up to one severed appendage. Apparently, appendages can be severed. Blonq cares deeply about appendages, having already grown so many of them since he was a tiny babe. Applying one tonic one. This is okay. More healing. That's good radio, Tony. No, we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. So what have we got? A bunch of trinkets and weird artifacts. A glow sphere, which we will equip now instead of this torch. Ta-da! Slippers and crocussins floating nearby. We don't have anything yet. Anything I can wear on my face? Negative. We have one buckler. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and find an empty... That's not empty. An empty space. And we're going to drop one of the chests here. And then we're going to store some stuff in it because I don't want to end up eating all of this sort of crafty stuff that I assume is going to be important to have at a later date. We may also put all of those torches in there because they also weigh a reasonable amount. Let's do all of them, shall we? And I can still see because of my glow sphere. All right. Now that we've got our stash safely tucked away, we're going to have to head out and try finding some food so that we don't starve. We're going to be heading off to the east on our way to those 3 rust wells, but we're most definitely not going to do it on that overworld map because we'll eat all our food and we'll be in a sorry state of affairs with starving very quickly. So we're going to leave it here for this particular chapter of Let's Play, but I look forward to seeing you all again soon for the next exciting episode of the ironic adventures of Blonq the Unkillable.